I'm gonna be honest, I'm sort of a little bit of a fanboy for you, sir.
Hey man, that's cool.
I have loved you since I was able to love
The Rock.
I make everybody awkward, so, alright. I warned him in advance once again that I'm the worst interviewer ever, but I don't care. I'm gonna put on a good time for him. I'm gonna make sure that he's having a good time. So, a couple things to talk about. First thing I want to ask you about is because I was checking your website at Kowalczyk.com, and of course you have like EddieLive.com, which I can't sign into because I'm not one of your members, but
right.
I did see on there that you have your charity work, Everlasting Arms, which is awesome. Now, these are obviously ones that you've selected personally.
Yeah.
What is it about what are the three charities? I know what they are, but I want to let everybody else know. Yeah. So what are they, and why did you choose those specifically?
The specific ones on there are, well, first of all, I started Everlasting Arms. I started my website only about a year ago, and Everlasting Arms was just an idea I had to, it's not an official foundation yet. I'm going to expand on it, but I wanted to have a channel on the website that was just like, hey, these are some charities that I feel are really important, and I've always given to, and have a special place for me. One is Doctors Without Borders, and they're amazing. Been around forever. They send doctors basically right to disaster areas and do really specific, great stuff. There's Action Against Hunger in there, and it's they're again, the whole idea is to expand that. Expand that aspect of who I am. Part of going in, starting a solo career was, just being Ed Kowalczyk means that there's just a more direct connect with me as a person in all these aspects of things that interest me. And so the website was a way to express that, if you would, and Everlasting Arms is part of that.
That's very cool. Actually, I read online, because everything's online now. One of the cool things I like with charity is where some of these celebrities, not that you have to do this, but something cool is where a lot of them will take over all the costs for it, so everything goes directly to what it is. Is that something you might be looking towards doing, starting your own foundation, possibly?
I've looked into it, and again, it's a work in progress as I kind of move into this year and next year and stuff. And with this record, one of the organizations that I'm going to partner with for my fall tour in the States and worldwide is an organization, amazing organization called World Vision, and they do incredible work all over the world, mainly in Africa. We're going to do sort of a kind of partnership with the tour. They're going to come on tour and have a table and just spread the word about that, and so I'm really excited.
Well, that's a good time. Good time. I want to say happy belated birthday.
Thank you, sir.
I did read that. I'm a Mr. Reader on the internet. What's your birthday? Don't make fun of me too much. My engineer over here is making fun of me. July 16th, happy birthday to
Thank
you.
you.
You don't have to put out your age. That's okay if you don't want to.
Dude, it's only a number, man.
It is only a number.
It was so cool to be 21 and get to drink finally and stuff. That was awesome.
After 21, it's not exciting anymore. You're like, well, what do I have to look forward to? 30 and then 40 and then 50?
Yeah, I don't pay attention, man. I'm blessed with a rock and roll life, and like being able to make music and have fun for a living. So, that the age thing is just sort of like, nah, man, whatever.
Speaking of having fun for a living, you were in Fight Club?
I was in Fight Club, and I didn't even get to fight, man. All I did was, I had I got my black eye, in the morning with prosthetics, and then I had a couple lines.
You didn't get an actual black
I didn't get to punch anybody. I didn't get to actually fight. I thought initially I was going to get this role of the priest, and he was going to fight, but then they cut him out, so I ended up being a waiter.
You were going to fight a priest?
No, I was going to be a priest.
Oh, and that's even cooler.
And he didn't have any lines, but he was going to fight a little bit. And then, so anyway, the way it worked out was I ended up being a waiter with just lines and a fake black eye. Which is better than having a real black eye. So.
I mean, are you going to try and be in any other movies, or is it you just want to keep it for that one, stay on top and then screw the rest?
It's funny how it worked out. So I moved out to California for the sunshine about 12 years ago, and one of my first friends that I had there, and only friends I had when I first moved out, was this guy named Sean Fay. He's still a good buddy of mine. He's an agent, and I said, man, I'm in LA now. You got kind of chuckling, I should be in a movie. And he said, actually, once you read the script, Fight Club, it's David Fincher, and I really like David Fincher. Turned out David was a huge fan, and said, oh man, would he want to be in it? And I was, yeah, for fun. And so it ended up being this really off-the-cuff thing. I had no idea it was going to be the coolest movie ever, or one of these sort of cult classics. But I figured that was, if you're going to do one, you might as well do one that's super cool.
Right. Did people ever notice that you were in that movie, or is it just
people have, I'll on Facebook, people chime in every once in a while. They'll see it, spin again on HBO or something, or one of the movie channels, and they'll be like, dude, you're on Fight Club. Yeah, that was a long time ago. But it's in my Wikipedia page as my one and only acting extravaganza.
That is where I saw it. I did not know it beforehand, but you know, what I know is Wikipedia is the place to be. And you know what else I was actually checking on your Wikipedia? Apparently you're huge in the Netherlands. What's to do with that? The people in Holland are just like, Kowalczyk, we need you in our lives.
Dude,
what's your secret to success in the Netherlands?
It's more about them. I mean, they're just, you know, for some reason they really, like, from the very beginning, just really attached to my lyric, you know? I mean, it was, you know, you go to a country that's, of course, you know, not America, you leave, and English is, you know, second language, or not third, and people, you know, trip me out, because they're so into the lyric, they know every word, and still, 15 years later, going over there, and every record, every song, it's just this amazing relationship.
So they may not even know what you're saying, they just know the words?
No, they do. I mean, actually, the Dutch are really, it's a very international kind of country in the sense that there's, you know, English is very, very commonly spoken. So, no, there's definitely a comprehension of what I'm saying. It's just, you know, whatever their thing is, they just get really deeply into it, and after years, it's awesome.
That's pretty awesome. I'm like, I don't even comprehend what you're saying right now. I'm just so, like, star-eyed. Which is pretty awesome. All right, so I've got 2 more questions for you. These are like those questions that are like the interview questions that everyone kind of laughs off. What is your favorite song to perform? You know, whether it's yours or not, what is your favorite song to perform?
Right now, I mean, I have this new record, my solo record called Alive, and all those that I'm playing are my favorites now, just because. And the single Grace is definitely a fun song to play live. I would say out of all of the songs I've written in my life, you know, still, and it's, you know, not just because it was a massive hit, but Lightning Crashes is still really, really amazing to perform. A lot of it, again, is because of the incredible history of that song and how much it's meant to people over the years. So I can see it in their faces, the joy that they get in hearing it. So for me, that's still a highlight.
The song, the video as well. I know they don't play videos most places, but everybody knows that song.
Yeah.
And that video. It's a very powerful one, so I can imagine that would be a great one to play.
It is.
I'm a fan.
We'll
cry a little bit.
Save it for later. Save it for later.
And here is one of the ridiculous questions. If you were on a desert island, I just asked this Hollywood on Dead, and they came up with a ridiculous answer. I want to hear yours. If you were on a desert island, you got one food, one drink, and one alcohol, what would you drink?
One food, pizza. One
pizza. I brought you with the pizza.
Yeah, but very you know, like New York style pizza, like John's No Slices, Bleecker Street pizza.
Oh, I know that too. Actually, I know that.
And I would have to have 2 drinks because you'd have to have, you know, you'd have to have some red wine, but you'd also have to have your Pellegrino rocking. If this is forever, man. This is like a desert island.
Mixed
not
or
mixed. Just I'm gonna have to break the rules and just have 2 drinks. This is 2 different.
You know what? He's a rock star. You can break the rules.
Yeah,
that's the way it is.
And an album, you know, I'd say it's gonna have to be U2's Joshua Tree. It was my seminal album that made me want to like be in a rock band and everything. I would miss it.
You know, that's a great album. You know what's actually kind of weird about that? I actually bought that album at a used CD store. You know, the place where they sell CDs. We won't go into it. But anyways, I bought that album.
CDs? Oh yeah, those circular things.
Wait, people buy those still? People buy those? I actually bought a copy of that album with a ticket from an original show when that CD was out in it.
That's amazing.
Yeah, and I was kind of, it was a whole ticket. So it's like, so someone liked them enough to buy the album, buy the ticket, and then just didn't go to the show.
Go. Wow, what a story.
It's kind of angry about
That's a trip.
Punch him in the face.
You could probably eBay the crap out of that.
I probably could, but it's one of those things that's like, it's not worth money to you. At some point, you're just kind of like, it's really not worth it, so.
I'll buy it. I just want a non-used U2 ticket just to have
I want to come to my apartment. We'll do this. Things might happen there that we can't talk about. Anyways, Mr. Kowalczyk, you are a genius. I love your music. Everybody here loves your music. They're waiting to hear you. You're going to be on stage very shortly. I would like you to intro your song. You know which one it is. Off of your latest album, Alive. Just recently came out.
This is my single off of Alive called Grace.
It's on K-Rock.